The life of my family and Santa Fe coincide together pretty much. In 1886, the late Scott McBride built a grocery store where two mud roads intersected up there, and when my granddad, Alvin George Boogher, came through, why, he said, "Let's stop and see if we can buy that." And then in 1896, the T and OC went east to west, went from St. Mary's to Columbus. At that time, they had passenger service too. They were going to bypass Santa Fe and take the railroad from Lakeview through New Hampshire and Waynesfield and into Wapak. But my granddad hired an attorney out of Wapak. He paid him $50 to get him to run it through Santa Fe. He then bought all the ground around the railroad track. His first love was always the grain business, so he bought it. And he built the first grain elevator. It was 1898 by the time they got it in operation, and they built it in Auglaize County. When my granddad operated the grocery store, he had business principles that were 100 years ahead of his time. For example, he would sell the three staple products of the day: sugar, salt, and flour at cost. His business flourished. Later, Santa Fe consisted of 5 saloons, 3 grocery stores. They had a hotel and a garage, a Buick car sales, and a blacksmith shop, and a restaurant. 1918 was the peak. Our volume of business was large during the Depression. To give you an example, Northwestern Mutual Life Insurance Company loaned money to the farmers. When they defaulted, they got a lot of their farms. We bought all the grain from their farms, which they owned from Columbus to the Indiana line. We sold them 7 carloads of fence in 1 year. They had a manager for them, and he gave us all his business. Of course, they were interested in getting rid of these farms as soon as possible. That's when they started spray painting to make them look flashy and get rid of them. We sold them a lot of paint. Back during the Depression, we carried 1 million pounds of wool every year. During that period, we also grew a lot of sugar beets in our own area, and they carried 75 cars of sugar beets in 1 year up here. During the Depression, this farmer shipped a carload of sheep from Santa Fe to Buffalo. He got a telegram back that they needed more money to pay the freight. The farmer sent a telegram back and said, "I don't have any money. I got more sheep." Eugene Boogher.